G'day mates, welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4, the Swedish Saviours. Now here we are, Sweden, we've done a hell of a lot of damage. We've basically took out the entire Axis with the help from our allied friends, of course. France is rebuilt and they are actually contributing quite a bit. We'll have a look at them in a second. But over here, Sweden, now we've turned our eye eastward to the Great Russian Bear. And our promise at the beginning was that we would not be eaten by the Russian bear, but here we are, caught in the maw. They are biting right on top of us. They are threatening to cut us off. We hold Moscow, if I can find it. There, we hold Moscow barely. We've actually got a little bit of a pocket up here. We're doing nicely and closing. But the Americans are beginning to pour in. Finally, it's taken them a long time, but they're finally beginning to pour in through the open gap. And if we can get enough of them in here, we will hopefully be able to save ourselves and stop them from closing. So in the meantime, what are we going to do? Might be nice to retake Smolensk, I think. So that's what we're going to do. You are going to go... Actually, you're all going to go there. And half of you are going to go there. And then one of you is going to go there. So that'll make a bit of a line. How do I want to do this? I think we're also going to push for Smolensk that way. I'm going to come up from the south. And that will hopefully open up. Anyway, maybe get a bit of a pocket here. Maybe not. But we'll see how that goes. If we can actually... It's important keeping our supply lines open. If I had the Americans in here, if I got enough troops in to begin garrisoning everything, we would be better off. Things are not going too badly though, not going too badly at all. Let's have a look where these guys are going. They are still in the process of moving up. They are getting gradually across here. We had a bit of an AI issue the last couple of episodes where the guys who were cut off down here, this is actually our territory. It was all linked up at one point, although we did overextend and the allies didn't rush in like I'd expected them to. And so we pretty much lost everything. Didn't lose any units, thankfully, not that I can tell. But yeah, the AI was getting a bit wonky considering some units up here, some down there. So even when I removed all battle plans, they all wanted to retreat up to Leningrad for some reason up here. So we'll make them come around the long way. They can travel around themselves. What a curious thing to do. Now you're about to cut me off, which is a minor concern. But it doesn't matter. We'll just open the gap up that way. Shit. Okay. They're coming in and they're coming in force. In the meantime, though, we have more military factories. Now, considering everything is filled, and, oh, that's nice, we only need one more. Very, very tasty. We're going to need a lot more modern tanks. That's what we've got. The modern hunter killer tank is our tank of choice. And I'll tell you what, it is a very useful tank. If we can get them. Where are we? Modern tank, there we go. We're at 114, we're making, what's that, nearly 6 per day. Which is not that many in the grand scheme of things. We need a shit ton more oil, so you can go to the top. There we go, everyone's basically near the top. So they're the top 4 we've got currently. You need a lot more chromium to begin working at top speed. So, considering that we're not building anything very much anymore, what I think would be worthwhile to do is to begin trading for more chromium. We need a lot of it. How much does that hit our... Yeah, not that badly. Not that badly. We're still getting a fair few things over here, which means our production now get back through the roof again. So we're getting... What's that? 8. Yeah, and we obviously need a bit more down there. That'll come up in time. The oil is sufficient for now. This is not going well. I just don't have enough... ability to... Actually, what am I... Yeah, if I can cut them off here, then I've pocketed those guys who were trying to pocket me. That will be... Oh, it's doable. I think it's definitely doable. Come on, guys. Come on. Come on. God, they're so slow. Look at that. They've just come in and reinforced all that distance. What's our speed here? Must be... It's not mud time. Currently going at 1 because the river, the enemy has air superiority. We're using enemy supply source and the infrastructure is shit. So yeah, we're really slow. 1 kilometer an hour. These tanks are crap. once they find the enemy, they dominate. They absolutely destroy them. But in terms of traveling and moving, they're just so slow that we're effectively sitting ducks. Exerting influence in Turkey. Does that mean they're going to join us? Let's have a look here. They're currently a third of the way. I've been influencing them for a long, long time. Military access might be useful, because I might be able to do some naval invasions. In the meantime, let's have a look at Finland up here. Finland is currently also at a third. They have a few problems, but they may join us eventually if we can keep building that up. I'm also working on... Who am I working on? China and... I thought there was a fourth one. I could probably tell up here, actually. Israel, yeah, of course. I was bringing those guys in just for the fun of it. This is a little mod I had. I explained that in another episode, so I'm not going to bother going through it again. But they are pretty powerful. Made the AI significantly more powerful down there, so they can actually do something for once, other than they just get run over normally. But we will see if they actually come into play or not. They do tend to stay quite isolationist. In the meantime, thank you, Turkey. Okay, we've got these guys now. If we can just get that dude in there, we will have a pretty good situation. But let's get up there and try and pocket these. Fuck me. Our guys are so slow we can't do anything. This is not going to work at all. We're going to have to essentially stop what we're doing and fall back to Leningrad, I think. That's, excuse me. It's going to involve us just basically pushing through everyone. We're going to fight our way out. But hopefully we can get out in time without losing anyone. Pain in the arse. You guys are nearly up there. Stop what you're doing. Relocate to Stockholm. Okay, very nearly there. Okay, they are... Okay. Why is this happening? Why do these guys keep wanting to head back to Leningrad? Now, I didn't click that there. I tell them to stop, and 4 of them want to go back to Leningrad. I don't know why. I have no idea why they want to do that. Let's actually tell them to go over to Leningrad then. There's some kind of buggy AI. Fuck me. I'm going to go there. And then you're going to go to Leningrad by water. I got no idea what it is. I can't figure out why they're doing it. But I've got no control over half my units. Or a bunch of my units anyway. Not that me having control over them is going to make any difference, because I think I have completely lost this, and that will be the end of the game. If we lose these units, that is the end of the game. There's no way I can win from there. I don't have the manpower to spend the next 10 years rebuilding everything at scraping the barrel. So let's do our best here and not lose these guys if at all possible. So, fuck me. Yeah, I've lost this game, I think. I think we're down. The Russian bear has completely overwhelmed me. We're going to try pushing off this direction. And I got a little bit overconfident here, a little bit cocky. And unfortunately, I've been unable to control my units for a long, long time. Okay, reassign to that army, thankfully. Done. Okay, now you 9 guys are going to help. We're going to push down. So slow though, you are so very slow. An expeditionary force from Belgium, yeah, whatever. It's not doing anything, you can just join the garrison troops. What are we doing here? We're not going to get these guys out. You're stranded and stuffed. You guys might be able to get down there and help them. Unlikely though, considering you're so slow. Okay, that's big news. Soviet Union declared war on Japan. Now, unfortunately, Japan is doing bugger all. I wish they'd declare war on China instead. But it may send some of their forces eastwards. If it does, that'll be very, very handy. It'll actually be useful to get a little bit of breathing room around here, because I'm about to lose Moscow. I'm about to lose a whole bunch of troops down here as well. These guys are not doing a whole lot yet, but they will hopefully come into action shortly. We can start breaking stuff. Yeah, Germany doesn't exist anymore, mate, but whatever. Again, the Allies over here are doing bugger all. They've done nothing in the last half year or so. They've not moved at all, and it's coming into winter, so we need to get our units. We desperately need to get our units out of here as quick as we can. So you guys are actually going to come into there and cut down that way to try and break me some space. That's a radar I might be able to take control of. Oh, come on. They're so slow, these units. I can't do anything with them. I can't do anything. Do I want to keep holding Moscow? You got... Why? What is your obsession? Are you the ones I told them? Maybe I told them to go that way. In that case, that's acceptable. I can forgive those guys. But I'm going to try and do is whatever damage we can here. Try and pocket off a couple of guys. But that really was stupid of me. I tried to get a little bit ambitious. And I'm not a very good player at the best of times. So let's try and just close off a couple of these pockets. Just because they distract me. I don't want that many guys. I don't want that many guys going in. We can't get out. We can't even break our way out. Mainly because we're so slow. How do we do this? How do we do this? I wish the Americans would come in. They were pouring in before. It looks like they have turned tail and run away again. I just need the allies. I need a marker that says, come in here and defend it. So maybe if I give this... yeah, my cat climbing up stuff in the background. Maybe if I give this to... let's say if I give that to the Americans, maybe they will actually... The AI will... what is that called, actually? Volkov. I'll give you Volkov. Give control of state. Volkov. If I give you Volkov... Okay. Now maybe they'll try and defend the area. Too late for that guy and too late for those two. I don't know what's going on. You guys actually plow down that way. And that way. You meanwhile go that way and that way. Try and kill off these guys. In the meantime, we're going to pocket here. Developing. We need to make some space around Moscow. You guys need to break free. I want to break free. You're going to stay there. You're going to try and attack from that direction. You guys, meanwhile, are doing bugger all there. So you may as well come up and try and support their retreat. Come on. Just gotta get in there. So slow. I just have to fight the entire... There we go, we got him. Okay, now you guys retreat that way. Okay, you're gonna win that battle. Now you're gonna go that way. Come on, fella. Retreat. Okay, you're there. That's good. Next up, you're going to go that way. Should probably send a couple of you that way. And of course, the winter freeze is coming in now, so we need to start holding our position as much as we can. You guys are going to go there. Half of you are going to go there. Going to go there and there. Don't care about the north. They can retreat that way if they'd like. You guys are good. So, what are we going to do with you? What are we going to do with you? I haven't lost any units yet. Still 13 and 24. Do I want to keep holding Moscow? That's the thing. I could call this a lost cause and retreat up to this area here near the port and rethink my moves. I've probably caused a bit of distraction at the very least. I know I've broken through the mountains. So, if they ever decide to start pushing, they can push along the nice, soft, fertile area along here. Through the Ukraine, the modern day Ukraine. What are we going to do? You know what? I think... Yeah, we're going to cover our retreat and then we're going to get out of here. That is probably the way we're going to go. We're going to go this way and just get out of here. You guys are also going to stop attacking and retreat. They can retake Moscow. I don't care about it. I need to keep my army intact. Now, we're getting a lot of manpower from this control of the area here. But... That's not a concern. Now we've killed off a couple. Let's have a quick look here how many divisions we're facing, just so we know what we're up against. Facing between 300 and 350 enemy divisions here. They've got quite a few ships. They've got a shit ton of airplanes, and not as much civilian factories as I thought they'd have. I thought they'd actually be higher than that. We're still weaker than them in terms of overall production, but they're not that far ahead of us. Now, obviously, manpower is the big strength of the Russian bear, but we're actually not that far behind. Let's have a quick peek at how things are going here. They've lost 1.5 million nearly, and another 500,000 from their allies. We haven't lost too much. I mean, combined, we're probably adding up. Sweden's only lost basically 17k, because we're at 100k when I first noticed we were engaging them. So I'm not sure where that first 100 came from, but maybe it surrounded some of our divisions, I'm not sure, early on. But basically, since the whole attack here, we've only lost 17,000 men. Cat, please don't walk in front of the screen. I can't see what I'm doing. So, where was I? Yeah, so we've only lost a few things. We're obviously still at... actually, we've increased our score, so 72%. Over here, the Germans are destroyed. The Italians are falling rapidly. Everyone else is losing a lot there. Yeah, we need to start wrapping these wars up, I think. Obviously, Italy is a struggle. They've barricaded themselves in. I think it may be worth our while to extract for the time being. Maybe come back at a later date. Not sure just yet. But either way, we need to get out. We've got our guys alive. We need to keep falling back before they take us out. So, trundling along at top speed here. It may even be worthwhile to just hold, stop. Hold. You're going to strategically redeploy up there. And you can hold what you're doing, strategically redeploy up there. Now, we didn't get the support from the allies that I thought we would, so we're going to have to just fall back. Now, obviously, this allows us to move a hell of a lot quicker. There we go. This is actually getting out in a timely order. We are leaving behind Moscow. We're leaving behind a lot of territory and quite a lot of industry that we needed as well, but quite frankly, we couldn't hold it. My eyes were a little bit too big for the plate, and the allies didn't come in and back us up as I suspected they would. So we are done. We have fallen back to Leningrad. Once we all get our people up there, and then we can extract safely. Okay, we are here. We are in relatively good shape, but let's have a quick look here. A lot of boat yards. Nothing particularly useful. We could build some stuff there if we really wanted to. We get a bit of population from it, no doubt. And when we fall back, we will lose that population, which is a concern. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. You know what, for now we're going to fall back completely. This has been a failed endeavour. We're going to fall back. This has been our Gallipoli of Sweden. We're going to fall back and hope for the best. Hopefully the AI doesn't keep wanting to go back to Leningrad. That would be just a little bit shit. But if we get these guys out here, we may be able to knock Italy off at a later date, so the Allies can bring their forces back up and focusing on the bear, which doesn't appear, it's a bit of a stalemate. They don't seem to be able to break through. But you know what? This is where this episode is going to end. I need to think about what I'm doing here. So before we progress much further, we're going to have a bit of a reconsider here. Build up our stuff just a little bit more. If I can get a whole bunch more modern tanks, then I'm going to need shit tons of them. This is going to take forever. But if I can get all more modern tanks in, I will be able to probably speed these guys up, make them a little bit more capable of surrounding and doing the damage where possible. So I've been Blxz. This has been Hearts of Iron, Swedish Saviours. Take care, guys, and I'll see you around.